Hi guys, NCWQ here, and I have y'all looking at Google Earth and Yellowstone caldera. And the reason for that is I found a very interesting article, and this was put out by Science News, and it's about the fact that they found more magma, and this new study offers the best views yet beneath the supervolcano. This article states that more liquid magma is lurking beneath the Yellowstone volcano than scientists once thought. And they're saying not to panic, that the amount of magma is still nowhere near enough to portend an eruption anytime soon. The reassurance comes courtesy of a new state-of-the-art seismic images that give the sharpest pictures yet of what lies beneath Yellowstone. It's like getting a better lens for your camera. Things are coming into more focus, said Michael Poland, a geophysicist who was not involved with the research. Stated that he was even less worried about an eruption now, and he wasn't worried before. The volcano beneath Yellowstone National Park has garnered interest and worry because it had some of the most explosive dramatic eruptions in geologic history. In the last 2.1 million years alone, Yellowstone has had 3 catastrophic eruptions, generating continent-wide ashfalls and disrupting the global climate. Yellowstone's subterranean magma chambers mostly contain hardened cooled crystals that are mixed in with some amount of molten material. So 1 second, we're going to do a little thing here. And we're going to look up Yellowstone volcano. And this is on the Wikipedia's, so I'm looking it up. And it says Yellowstone caldera, sometimes referred to as Yellowstone supervolcano, is a volcanic caldera and supervolcano in Yellowstone's National Park in western USA. The caldera and most of the park are located in the northwest corner of Wyoming. The caldera measures 43 by 28 miles, 70 by 40 kilometers. Now this is the caldera here. You can see where I posted the caldera. And this here is part of it. Yellowstone National Park. And this says caldera here. This is Yellowstone National Park. And post-caldera lava spill out into the significant distance beyond the caldera proper. The caldera formed during the last of 3 super eruptions over the past 2.1 million years. The Huckleberry Ridge eruption 2.1 million years ago, which created the Island Park caldera. Now, let's see if I can pull up a picture of it. This is the Island Park caldera. So you can see Island Park caldera. Nanny's Fort caldera is over here. So this shows both of those. So that's the Island Park caldera. Alright. One second, so I can go back because I just messed up. The Mesa Falls eruption 1.3 million years ago, which created Henry's Fort caldera and Mesa Falls tuffs. So, I think I just showed you those two, which I did. Let me see. Yeah, I showed you the Island Park caldera already. Okay. And the Lava Creek eruption approximately 64 years ago, which created Yellowstone caldera and Lava Creek tuff. And Lava Creek tuff doesn't have a picture for it that I can find. But Lava Creek tuff is a tuff formation in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, United States, created during the Lava Creek eruption around 630,000 years ago, which formed the Yellowstone caldera. The Lava Creek tuff is distributed in a radial pattern around the caldera and has formed 1,000 kilometers or 240 cubic miles of enigmites. The tuff has been exposed by erosion at Tuff Cliff along the Gibbon River. So where is the Gibbon River? Let's see if I can find Gibbon River. That would be cool. So the Gibbon River is over here. So you have Gibbon River Rapids, Gibbon Hill River, Gibbon Geyser Basin. Gibbon River is here. Okay, so Gibbon River is here as well. And you got Gibbon Falls Picnic Grounds here, Gibbon Canyon, Gibbon River. So this is the river that runs through here. So this is all the river. Pretty big. Okay, so Yellowstone's subterranean magma chambers mostly consist of hardened cool crystals that are mixed in with some amount of molten material. How much magma there is relative to crystals can be determined how ready a volcano is to erupt. The critical melt fraction at which a volcano might be prepared to erupt is more like between 35 and 50%. Previously, researchers had estimated Yellowstone's melt fraction was between 5 and 15%. The new estimates don't represent an actual change. They're based on reanalysis of existing seismic data that required far more computational power than was possible in the past. And they've been peering beneath Yellowstone. To see beneath the surface, scientists use information gleaned from the speeds of different types of seismic waves as they travel through the ground. Seismic waves known as S waves are particularly useful when looking for melt because these waves slow down considerably when they encounter any liquid such as water or molten magma. Researchers use the time it takes for an S wave to travel from the transmitting source to a receiver, compared with the time it takes for other types of seismic waves that don't slow down in liquids, to estimate how much melted magma there is. Before the rise of supercomputers, scientists would imagine the seismic waves as moving along a simple line from point A to point B. Then they would convert the time travel for the wave to a velocity and from there estimate some amount of liquid present. But waves don't really move in a line, they radiate outwards. They diffract. When encountering a subsurface feature that could slow them down, they might bend around it rather than barrel through it. Those additional wave movements add a lot of fine details to the picture, but they also require a lot of computational power. Today, such calculations are possible. Yellowstone spends a large portion of its life cycle with higher melt fractions than thought, but a bit of simmering is a far cry from about to erupt. Help to drive home the point that the system is mostly solid. That doesn't mean Yellowstone is quiescent. It's still hot, active volcano system with hazards. Poland notes. Anyways, it was an interesting article. I posted it under the community tab. You can read the whole thing there. I thought it was something interesting to share. I hope you guys are doing well, and much love.